The history of the feyli Kurds are among most people unclear. The Kurds are divided between regions, parties, religions and dialects. Among the Kurds, the feyli Kurds are those which we probably don't know a lot about. Today, we will talk about them to clear out everything. However, Kurdistan, also known as Luristan. However, the place is by feyli Kurds known as Pishtekuh, which means behind the mountain. Looking at the etymology, there are several different theories, which is more reliable and logic. According to this, the feylis heritage from a people known as the Parthians. These people called themselves Pahlava or Pahla. Within time, as Arabs invaded Western Asia, some letters were replaced with other in the Kurdish and Persian language. The letter P was replaced with F since the letter P didn't exist in the Arabic language. Way Pahla became Fahla and in time also feyli. This mentioned the Parthians. However, one should know that the area around Ilam in Luristan, where the feyli Kurds lives, wasn't deserted when the Parthians came there. Ilam, which are seen as the capital of the feyli Kurds, was built up by the Elamitians, a people who built a mighty empire which threatened both the Sumerians and the Babylonians. The same Elamitians was soon conquered by the Medes, who settled themselves in the area, and these Medes was within time conquered by the Parthians. Summarizing the whole thing, one can conclude that the feyli Kurds are a mix of these three peoples, the Elamites, the Medes and the Parthians. The Median genetics have come out stronger than the others, something that shows that the Kurds as a group have lived in the area for thousands of years. The feyli Kurds speaks a rare kind of Kurdish dialect. It is one of the oldest one among the Kurds, and if one would to compare feyli Kurdish with, for example, Sorani or Kermanji Kurdish, the feyli Kurdish dialect doesn't have its own written alphabet. The tradition of the feyli Kurds has therefore become an oral one. Stories and songs have been passed away from mouth to mouth. The feyli Kurds have in history faced some of the worst incidents in West Asia's history. The feyli Kurds have been conquered by the invading Seljuk dynasty, the Mongolian occupants, as well as the Timurid Empire, who both burned down the feyli Kurds' farms and villages and committed ethnic towards the feylis in the area. The feyli to two religions. Similar to most Kurds, many feyli Kurds are Muslims belonging to the Shia faith. According to the most accepted theory, they first were Sunni Muslims forced to take the Shia faith under the rule of the Safavid dynasty, the Yazidanian faith. This faith simply combines Zoroastrianism, Kurdish mysticism and Islam into one. Feyli Kurds of Yazdanism has often experienced oppressions from the Iranians. The feyli Kurds has alongside several other Kurdish groups other dialect groups within the Kurds. These are the Lurs. The Lurs are divided in two groups, Haft Lang, which means 7 clans, and the Chwar Lang, which means 4 clans. The 4 clan group, which obviously is the smaller one, is those who call themselves feyli Kurds. The other group, Haft Lang, claims that the Lurs are an own ethnicity closer related to the Persians. This split on own ethnicity closer related to the Persians. This split up happened during the Persian Pahlavi dynasty, who wanted to assimilate all Lurs to the Persian nation. Since the Lurs are the only one of the Kurdish groups which belongs to the Shia faith, the process of assimilation became easier. To summarize, starting from the top, we have a large population in Baghdad. During the industrialization of Western Asia in the end of 19th century, a massive movement from the countries to the cities were made, and thousands of feyli Kurds traveled to Baghdad to improve their life situations, but also to be closer to Shia holy places such as Karbala and Najaf. The feyli Kurds established themselves and most of them became well educated with a huge economic, social and cultural capital. Many became important within the Iraqi Communist Party and others they joined the Peshmerga fighting for an independent Kurdistan. Despite many of them living outside of Kurdistan, a surprising large group of feylis kept their Kurdish language and culture as an important part of their lives. The larger capital and the huge political influence that the feyli Kurds had made them a natural enemy of the Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein. During the reign of Saddam Hussein, the feyli Kurds experienced one of the worst genocides in Iraqi history, comparable with the Jews in Nazi Germany. The feyli Kurds were banished, murdered, tortured and massacred. A huge propaganda was held towards them, marking them as an object to hate and disgust in the Iraqi society. Due to this oppression, there is a big feyli Kurdish group of immigrants living in the West. Among the feyli Kurds, many are assimilated, speaking only Persian or Arabic. Some of them have even forgotten about their Kurdish identity, claiming themselves as Persians or Arabs. However, and especially in recent years, the feyli Kurds have been more and more active in the Kurdish cause than before. Fortunately, we can finish the video off with something good. The history speaks clearly. The feyli Kurds have survived in the biggest of harsh tests.
کردی فیلی الفبای کردی 32 دانه وطن دیره کیانه و ای جورن آ ب ج چ د ا ای اف گ ه ا ای ج ک ال ام ان او پ ق ر اس ش ت او او ü v و خ ی و ز ایسا هر وطنک جیا جیا ارادا نخوانمه وارد
Numbers, the Luri language.
زبون لوری بختیاری.
Numbers,
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
greetings.
سلام. سو خش، پسینت خش، ایواره خش، شو خش، روز خش، خدا و دیارت، خدا ویردارت.
The parable of the prodigal son.
حضرت عیسی هیگو پیایی بی که دو کر داشت. کر جایل تر به باوس گفت باو بش نمون زمال و دولتت وم بده. پهو علاقه نمین هنو برکه. چندمونی تیل نوابی که هو کر هر چنه داشته بی سی روان و ولاتی دیرا دیر من ایزنه ای سخت دلخرجی. دیندازه هو گشتیانی که داشت خرج کرده بی. اوسو قحطی گپی هم ولاتن تیار سرگیره و هم محلی هجمند و لاتلی تابی. سی هم یو ره و خصو به فهلگی یکی از زمردمون و ولات درای. صاحب کارس هنه به قهل فرشنا تا و خوکل غذابه و هم چند ولایی گده خصو با هم چیانی که به خوکلی دا پاریک. زمونی که به سرهوش بید با خسکو موزیه رو فراشل با سی خصو قضا کوه کنه. اوسو موی رو و سرحد مرگ آنی گسنهی کشان. موزیو فهلگی به دری بو و تی با می رو و به سیگام باو موری وری ایسا و بهشت گناه کرد. ما دی ارزشی تیت ندارم و لیاقت یونه ندارم که نوممونه کرد بنی. پمانه چی یکیز فراشونت استخدام کن. بهو بریسا و به تی باوز اوسو که را برگشتن نهی را باوز هنه نیشت و بستره هم باو تی رودست جست و بال وند قدس هنه ماز کرکری به باوز گفت باو موری وری ایسا و بهشت گناه کردم. ما ارزشت هنه ندارم که نوممونه کرد بنی. باوز ری و مزیرل اسکه و گودسو زی بخترین جوه و ارخلق نسی کرم یاری و هنو نکنین ورس. یه حلقه و 2 صندل هم کنین و ور کرو. یه گوور گمل هم یارین و سرس نزنین. بیاین و یک میلوس میمونی گیریم. مو مرگودم کرم مرده یه اما 2 کرد زنه آبی و فرگم بی که هو بلا آبیده اما ایسا هنه 2 کرد جست. بسی و هنو جشن و شودی کرده. کرکه ای گپتر که من کشگه ای کاری که همسو که و نهنگی مالوال بونگ جشن و میمونی و رنگ و بازستن اشنا. پهو یکیز فراشل نبون که و زست جریان نبون. ککا تو برگشته و باو تو یک گوور گمل سی خاطر تیار و سلومت بیدن است قربونی کرده. گگه گپتر لیوه آبی و دی اته همین میلس وامین نبام. باو سوید و در و زسللاک است تا بس آمین میلس والون است. اما هو ولوم دا سیکو باو گش یا سالا موسید سخت کار کردم و تحز فرمونلت خودسری نکرد. اما تو هندا یک کل سابا هم وم ندودی تا واس با 2 سلام جشن کرد. اما یو کرد گش مال و علاقت واول خرجی چول که ایسو کسی پی لی ما بی رواد هونه و یو هم ایسا سیس گوار قرونی کردینه با او گوهدست کرم ایسا هر دمون وامونی و هر چی که دارم سی ایسانه. اما ایسو ایما و شاد بویم و جشن کریم گگت مرده بی اما ایسو 2 کرد زنا بلا آبی و 2 کرد جست آبی.
So, when you're ready, we're going to start with the first word, which is Ali's word, and you can go ahead and read that when you're ready.
Yeah, so the first word is اشکفت.
Ashkaft.
اشکفت. Yes.
Ashkaft, yeah. Yeah, sure. I think it's cave
Yeah.
and we pronounce it not actually.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For example, when you
okay.
want to say my face, you just say ruyemen, ruyemen.
It's a noun, actually.
Ah, so it's
Ah.
maybe husband.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Door, the door.
Is it the door?
So it's close.
Oh.
but
Mhm.
dracht is like
Show.
In my day, we say show.
Because in Kurmanji it's kind of like v. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Rich cultural heritage, including their nomadic lifestyle, oral storytelling, and strong sense of identity, while most